learn to make some hamburger buns with me. Hi guys, welcome back to Homemaker in Progress. Today I am going to be doing a hamburger bun multi-purpose soft dough essentially, and I'm going to be testing it out to see what works good. So I think what makes a good, nice soft dough is a bit more of a wet dough. So think more liquid, less flour. I'm going to start here with 4 cups of flour. We can add more if we need to, and I'm going to add 2 cups of water. I like to use mason jars because I know that the pint is 2 cups and the quart is 4 cups, and it's really easy measuring, so I don't have to actually get out a measuring cup for that. My starter here is nice and bubbly. This beautiful bubbly starter. So I'm going to start with a cup of the sourdough starter. And then I don't really measure salt, but if you're measuring, probably about a teaspoon. And I'm going to mix this together and just see if the dough consistency is light and fluffy and airy, and if it's not, I'll make some adjustments. Checking on this dough to see how it turned out. So it's a very sticky dough. Heavy but lightweight at the same time. Like it feels like a dense-ish dough. Well, I'm gonna just leave it as is. It's a sticky dough, but I don't think that that's a bad thing. I think it will just rise pretty well. And I'm gonna let this rise. It's almost 7:30, so I'll try to let this rise at least 12 hours at room temperature, and then do another rise after that in the fridge and see if that cold ferment and the long rise time really gets that airy dough that I'm looking for. So I ended up covering it with a towel and letting it sit on my kitchen for 12 hours about. And then in the morning, I went and looked at it, and this is what it had done. It had risen quite a bit, but it was still relatively sticky. Probably not as sticky as it had been, but still sticky. Since these were done pretty early in the morning, the dough, I let it sit in the fridge for like 3.5 hours, and then I took it out and started making the buns. I did make these a bit on the large side, so I made about 10 of them, but you could do them smaller, and you could probably make twice as many. And then I let that rise at room temperature for another almost 3 hours. Bake at 375 for 20 minutes, and I thought the crumb on this actually turned out really good. It is a bit on the bready side, and I think that this recipe would actually make a really great sandwich loaf bread as well, but good progress.